Hello and welcome. Today I am going to explain the coding question asked on 12th September in TCS NQT. So in this question you can see here given a string str contain digit having length L and an integer n. Okay. The task is to split the string into n segment and print the maximum possible segment value. Okay. So there are two conditions also given, and now we will move to the example. So in first example, what is given that the string is str equal to 9743 and the value of n is 3. Means we have to divide this string in 3 segments. Okay. So how we can divide this? Suppose first will be 9, then 74 and then 3. Okay. Apart from this, we can write also like 97, 4 and 3. And third possible value is 9, 4 and 43. So out of these 9 values, the maximum is 97. So 97 is the output. Okay. In this way, we have to solve this question. Okay. And again, there is one another example 2. In this, we can see that a string is 1002, okay? And value of n is equal to 2. Means we have to divide this string in 2 segments. So the possible 2 segments are 100 and 2, and another will be 1 and 002. So out of these 4 numbers or 4 segments, 100 is maximum. So 100 will be our output. So how to solve this question? Okay. So first of all, there is no need to write all these 4 segments. Okay. We don't need all these 4 segments. We only need the maximum possible value. Okay. So for that, we need to know the number of digits in the maximum possible value. So suppose in first example only, where the string is 9743. So what we are doing? I am writing here 9743 is there, and we have to divide it into 3 segments. So what is the minimum segment that we can reduce from here is 3, a single digit. Okay. So 1. So if we have to divide it into 2 segments, then we remove only 3. But we have to divide it into 3 segments. So definitely 2 smallest segment will be single digit. Then the largest one will be 2-digit number, 97. Okay. So in this way, we came to know that the our possible maximum value is of 2-digit number. Okay. So how we can find this? Okay, if you want to see in this example, then also I can show you that 1002. In this example, we have to divide it into 2 segments. So for dividing it into 2 segments, the minimum one will be a single digit. Okay. So the maximum will be 3-digit number. Okay. So we need to find all 3-digit combination from this number. Then we have to display the maximum one. Same in this case also, we have to find out all the 2-digit combination, and then we have to print the maximum one as output. Okay. So for that, how we find that in which case there is 2-digit number and in which case there is 3-digit number or 4-digit number? So because in this question we don't need to hard code anything. Okay. So actually, if you see the length of a string, length equal to 4. Okay. And our value is means number of segment is 3. So if we subtract 1 from this, so this is 2. 4 minus 3 minus 1. So this is our value. So what is 4? 4 is length. minus 3 is n minus 1. Okay, so this is our formula that we will use in the coding section, length minus n minus 1. So is this formula also work for the second scenario? So let's check it here. In this scenario, length is 4 and n is 2 segment. So what is the digit value? So for digit we have formula length minus n minus 1. So what is length? Length is 4 minus value of n 2 minus 1. So you can also see here that when we subtract 1 from 4 we get 3. So our the maximum value will contain 3 digits. Okay, so now what we have to do, since it's given that the input is in the form of a string. Okay, so first step we have to take one input string. So suppose string str equal to 9743. This is the first step. Okay, after this we will convert this string into character array. So character array, we will give it a name str1 equal to str dot to carry array. We will use one string function that is going to convert that string into character array. So at the end of this line, means at the end of this second line, we have one array, and in this array we have 4 places indexed by 0, 1, 2 and 3, and the value will be 9, 7, 4, 3. Now what we have to do, we already know that in this example digit value will be 2 that we have calculated earlier. So after this we will store length also, that length equal to str dot length. Okay, then we will calculate that digit. So digit equal to one end of this bracket. So digit will be length minus n minus 1, and here we will also define that n. So int n equal to, in this case we have 2. Okay, so what is the value of digit? Digit we have already calculated that 4 minus 2 minus 1 is there, so it is going to be 2. Okay, and length will be 4. Okay, so now as of now we have that string, character, int n, and length and digit. So after that actually we have that array, character array, in which we have 4 digits. So 9, 7, 4 and 3, and we know that we have to form 2 digits number. So first of all we will start from this first index. Okay, we will start from this first index and iterate over the second index. So in this way we can get 97. Again we will start from first index. Okay, and this time let me change the color. This time our number will be 74. So this time we get 74 as output. Okay, again we will start from third index. Okay, so when we start from third index we will get 43. Okay, so we have to compare from these three value that which is maximum. So definitely 97 is maximum, and then it will be the output. But how to perform this operation? Okay, in this array. So for this we will use two for loops. Okay, So for this we are going to use two for loops. So for first we will start from int I equal to 0. So int I equal to 0 and I less than n. Why n there? Because in this case n value of n is 2. Okay, and we always want this, we have to anyhow terminate our operation before this 3. Okay, so if we start from 4, then it is going to take that 43, and if we continue till last, means third index, uh, 0 1 2 3, okay, third index, then it will end in this block. Okay, in this block where there is no element, so it will definitely throw array index out of bound, array index out of bound exception. Okay, so we have to avoid this exception. For this we will terminate our first for loop till n only. Okay, which is 2, second index. So 0 1 and 2. So that's why I have written there n less than n, I less than n. After that, what we have to do, I will increment that I value. Okay, so inside this for loop we will use one another for loop. This for loop int j equal to I. Okay, so j is going to start from I because we have one character array 9743 and I is here, and then we have to store these two number. Okay, so this operation is going to perform in the second for loop. Okay? So int j equal to I and j less than, j is going to be less than digit. So we have already stored one digit variable, so j less than digit, and since every time if we fix this digit, which is 2 in this case, okay, then every time our loop starts from anywhere and terminates here only. So we have to also shift this digit also. Okay, so what we will do, we will simply add I in the digit. Okay, and after this we will increment that j also. So inside this second for loop, what we have to do, we have to concatenate that character to form a string. Okay, so for that we have to declare one string in after that first for loop. So a string, suppose I'm taking temp here, so a string temp equal to, and here we will keep it empty only. Okay, so inside this inner for loop we are going to concatenate some value to temp. So what I will write, temp equal to temp dot concat, and inside this, actually this concat method of a string is going to accept some string value, but inside our array we have character, so we need to convert that. So for this we will write a string dot value of function, and here we will write the array name, which is str1, so str1 of j. Okay, so at the end of this inner for loop we get our number such as 97, but that number will be in the form of a string, so we need to convert that. For that we will use parseInt method. So int m equal to integer dot parseInt, and inside this we are going to pass temp. So for the first iteration, what this loop is going to done, actually inside this temp will be 97, but in the form of a string, and in this line this 97 is in the form of integer. So after this we will compare. So if m is the integer, so m greater than max, we need to declare one max value also, which is equal to 0. Then we have to simply assign m to max, so max equal to m. So at the end of all these loops we get our maximum value. Okay, then we need to close the outer for loop, and after that what we will do, we will simply print that value max. So in this way our program is going to execute. Okay, so now let's see the code on our Eclipse. So now we will see the code on Eclipse. So already I have created one main method. Inside this main method we need to write one scanner object. Scanner sc equal to new scanner of system.in. Okay, so after this we will accept two value. One is a string, so a string str equal to sc dot next. Okay, and next will be the integer n, so int n equal to sc dot next int. So after that, accepting this n, we need to define length also. So int len equal to str dot length. Okay, then we will simply convert that string to character array. So character array str1 equal to str dot to char array. After this we will define the digit, so int digit equal to length minus n minus 1. Okay, so after doing this we will also define one max value, int max equal to 0. And after this I think there is no need of taking any input, so sc dot close, simply we will close that scanner object, and now we will use that for loop. So outer for loop for int I equal to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus. Okay, inside this we need to declare one string value, so string temp equal to, and we will leave it blank only. Now we will use an inner for loop. Inner for loop will be start from int j equal to I, and j less than digit plus I, and then j plus plus. Inside this we are going to concatenate that value, temp equal to temp dot concat, and actually this method is going to accept only a string value, so we will convert that character to a string. For this we are going to use that a string dot value of function, value of, and inside this we will pass that character value, so str1 of j. Okay, so at the end of this for loop we get our number. So now after this for loop we need to change that number to integer, so int m equal to integer dot parseInt, that is going to convert that string to integer, and inside this we are going to pass the temp. Okay, now after this for loop, okay, inside this for loop only we will also compare that m to max. If m greater than max, okay, or you can also write equal to. If m greater than or equal to max, then what we have to do, we will simply assign that max equal to m. Okay, so at the end of this outer for loop, we will get our max value. So coming out of that for loop, we will simply print that max value. So YSO max. Okay. So this is all about our program. Now we will check it with the sample data. I have saved this program and our first data is 9743 and n is 3. I am going to execute this program. Okay, so first we have to pass that a string, and a string will 9743. Okay, and value of n is 3. So you can see the output is 97, the same as the output given in the test data. Another test data is 1002. So we will pass that string 1002, and here the value of n is 2. So we can see that output is 100. So in this way this program is going to work. There may be some other method also which are more easier than this, but if you know that, you can suggest me in comment section.